We have spoken a lot about DPIAs. In this video, we are going to talk about how to integrate and ensure that DPIA findings are not just another audit done in the organization, and those findings are utilized to build a comprehensive privacy program. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you regularly see a new content on data privacy, and today we are going to talk about integrating DPIA findings with a comprehensive privacy program. What is DPIA, Data Protection Impact Assessment? For benefit of those who are watching my first video on DPIA, not my first, but first time watching a video on DPIA on my channel. I believe it's a systematic approach that an organization should follow through its data protection officers to reassess and examine all the data processing processes to ensure that there is no chance or minimum chance of breach, and if there are any gaps which could lead to breach, then they should assess the risk, prioritize the risk, create a mitigation plan, and act accordingly. Whenever you collect new information, you create a process of processing, do a DPIA. You start a new process, you make a changes to process. You are handling sensitive data, you are supposed to do DPIA every 3 months or at least once in a year, even if you are handling non-sensitive personal information. You should do regular DPIAs. Now, what are those few examples where I would say that you should integrate or extend your DPIA findings into your privacy program? You should map them with your privacy goals. What are the gaps? How are the processes linked to the privacy's compliance and objective? And whatever are the gaps, you should try and bridge them through the DPIA. For example, a few actions like collecting what is required and not collecting anything extra. For example, you want email IDs for mass mailing marketing or sending regular offers to your customers for new products. Maybe you decide to do a marketing plan for the same product or for some other product or some other interest. So what do you need to capture? You need their name, their address? No, we are talking of mail marketing. That's it. So you should not collect their address because you don't need it. You need their name, you need their email ID, and perhaps you need their preferences depending on the kind of marketing you are doing. So if you don't collect the address and the phone number, it does not matter. Your purpose is to send emails. Even if you have collected them and you are using a third-party marketing agency, even within your team marketing agency, with the marketing team, you should share only the name and the email ID. If the customer wants to continue the email conversation, let him click there, and then if you have phone number in your repository, fine. Else, then give a form and say, now you give me your address and phone number and your consent that I am going to do this, I am okay to do these things, right? So, and you should have a fixed defined data retention mechanism. How many days are you going to retain in data? So you should optimize your resource utilization and reduce the overall risk of breach. Then translate your DPIA findings into actions. Go beyond these theoretical findings. Create action plans. How would you mitigate risks is something important. Have some actionable controls. For example, access controls. Security of the data. Is the data encrypted? Maybe if it is sensitive data like healthcare, financials, you need to put in better security than just encryption. You should look into the privacy enhancement technologies available and implement them in your system. Fine-tune your incident management process, because that's another very, very important aspect of data privacy and incidents and breach. So you should improvise privacy management through the DPIA findings. Cross-functional alignment. Are your teams aligned? If not, it becomes a very difficult thing to handle privacy. Align them, talk to them, integrate them, take their buy-in, take their opinion, implement their opinions, integrate them with your privacy policies to build their confidence and trust that you are doing something for their department and their choice also. So involve all teams, IT, HR, legal, compliances, finance, everyone, and handle it accordingly. For example, you should in fact end up creating a cross-functional task force, maybe a part of a privacy team, but a cross-functional task force to help ensure that the privacy of the customer or the vendor information that they are dealing across the department is taken well care of. Implement the DPIA recommendations and assign ownerships. Make people accountable for their actions. Collaborate with teams to have more effective privacy program. And then privacy is not a one-time job, right? So you should look at it as a regular activity. Like DPIA, we say 3 months. Monitor your privacy things as a daily habit. Did you brush your teeth? Did you ensure that the CV of the rejected person is trashed and logged that you have trashed it? Right? So make it a habit of that level. Keep monitoring and refining your processes. Use DPIA findings as a baseline, and then perform periodic structured reviews. Build an effective feedback loop to measure the mitigation effectiveness, because if you don't know whether your existing plans are effective, how do you improve them? Set up a monitoring mechanism, tools, logs, etc. to help improvise them. Demonstrate the accountability. Your regulators don't want to talk to you, they need proof. So you should document everything. You should have screenshots, you should have logs with you. Stakeholders need the confidence they are spending money on privacy not to get caught on a day. So you should need to have evidence for them. Your data principals, whose data you are processing, they need security for their data. So you should document your DPIA findings. You should document how have you used them to mitigate the risks and improvise your processes. What all have been changes in the processes. Prepare dashboards to show the progress. And if the DPIA identifies risks, for example in healthcare data, introduce things like pseudonymization, right? Role-based access. They are generally implemented, but recheck them. Make sure that you have documented all the risks, all the mitigation plans, and effectively implemented them to build a comprehensive privacy program. That's about integrating DPIA findings to build up a comprehensive DPI privacy program. I hope you like the content of my video. Please press the bell and the like icon. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and share your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.